What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming! Yes, indeed! What's up, everyone? So happy I could be here. Just on my way home after work, wanted to stop by and drop this real quick. Well, film this real quick anyway before I get home. What I wanted to do is talk about Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, actually. Now, you guys know what I do here. I should hope any of you know what I do here anyway. So this is not a review, it's not a preview, it's not an unboxing, it's not a first impression. It is not a showcase kind of event. What this is a game I like. A game I like or a game I love, a game I enjoy playing. And what I'm doing is I'm telling you about this, just like I tell my friends if I need to get this game to the table, if I want to get this game to the table, if they should experience this game. This is the kind of spiel that I imagine I would be telling them. So the game I want to talk to you about today actually came up because of a conversation yesterday, and I really wanted to get more into it, but yesterday's midday monologue was not the time or the place for it. So today, while I was thinking to myself and I was trying to figure out what is going to be the game for today, it occurred to me I had all this more information I wanted to talk about yesterday. Perfect timing. So the game was mentioned in brief yesterday as far as games. I did a midday monologue Monday drop yesterday concerning the games I own that and I've played that I think deserve an expansion. This game was one of them, and I realized I haven't talked about this game enough, and I really do enjoy it. And that game is by a company called Foresight Games, like the number 4, Foresight Games. And that game, my friends, is Tribes. Sorry. And that game, my friends, is Fate of Akalon. Tribes. I don't know, I always say Tribes first, and I have to correct myself. I don't understand why. The game is called Fate of Akalon, Tribes. Now, this game is set in a fantasy world. It uses fantasy races, but it doesn't have an overly fantasy feel. That's true. So, it takes place in a world that's been ravaged by natural disasters and the world is dying. There are smaller and smaller pockets where civilization can live, where you and your clan and your group and your family, your kin and kind are able to survive. These areas are shrinking. So therefore, there's a little bit of contention over who's going to have possession of these areas. So the game has 4 different races represented by 4 different fixed deck cards. That's right, this is fixed deck. You don't gotta spend your wallet trying to chase down all these other booster packs and all this, trying to get rare cards, super rare, ultra rare, and being stuck with a ton of commons instead. You don't gotta worry about that. 4 fixed decks, 1 for each of the races, and they each have their own specialty. Now the races are the elves, the goblins, the dwarves, and the undead. Those are the 4 races of Akalon, and they are all vying for control of the pocket areas that are left of this area. And you're going to control one of them, your opponent's going to control another. Each deck has its own strengths, my friends. They are not identical decks. The Elven deck is really good at deck manipulation. It's very, very good at getting extra cards, extra Elven warriors out into play. On the other hand, the goblins are power. Even their smallest cards will usually do something to add to damage. It'll add it to another card or damage. The goblins are all about just devastation. Now, on the other hand, the dwarves, a lot of the cards in the dwarf deck are fortified. They're defensive cards. It makes it very easy for them to mitigate damage or to ignore it. Or to shift it. That's what that deck is good for. And finally, the undead deck. I'm going to have to do another little mention here. Hold on, before I get to that. One of the things I enjoy about this game is the discard piles. Because after your warriors fight each other, they are put in a discard pile. If one of them is dead, they are put in a graveyard because they are dead and they're not coming back. But if you're playing the undead deck, you get a chance to manipulate the graveyard. Be able to bring cards back into play, into your hand, or back into your drawer deck. Very first game I played, actually, I played the Undead, and I didn't understand, I didn't utilize their strength well enough. But it's a good deck. They're all good decks, and they're well balanced against each other. This is a small game. You can fit the box in your hand. You can practically fit it in your pocket. So this is a game on the go. 4 fixed decks, no setup time. Just grab the deck you want, and you're ready to start the game. Easy rules, easy to learn, easy to teach. All aspects of this make it a fun and great game. Yeah, Fate of Akalon, Tribes. This is a good game. I do suggest playing it. If you like card games, if you like fantasy games, I don't see why you're not going to enjoy this game, or you're going to have fun playing it, that's for sure. Now, this isn't a hardcore game. This isn't the kind of game you're going to plan your entire day around. This makes a really, really good filler game. And it's a filler game that'll keep the theme and the genre going. You know, so if it's a day that you're playing a big fantasy game, this is a good game to start with. Gets everyone's head in the mood and sets everything up right. Yeah, so for Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, that's right, Fate of Akalon, Tribes. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for following us on Facebook. Thank you for following us on Twitter and Instagram when we get on Instagram. we're on Twitter a lot. We're on Facebook almost as much. So thank you for following us there. Thank you for backing us there, for supporting us there. But most of all, as I always say, because it is the most true statement I say every time, thank you, one and all. Thank you all for supporting Two Gun Pixie here on YouTube. Thank you for liking, for watching, for sharing, and for commenting. It goes so far, it really does. So I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends, I am out of here.